So today is my wife's birthday. Okay, and for those of you who have been following me on my channel know that I wanted to surprise my wife, and I asked you a question: should I celebrate it on? Should I surprise her on Saturday or Monday? So everything went perfectly. I've yet to upload the video. I don't know if I'll do this before this video or after this, but you'll get to see the whole timeline. But here's a funny thing, I celebrated, wished her everything. Today's her birthday. Now, today I have a choice. Either, tell my wife, okay, happy birthday, we celebrated it yesterday, by buying. Let's sit at home. Or I have an option to take her out. And, I know you'll find this silly that I'm even contemplating or discussing this. But normally I would have told my wife, we can go out, eat something, or we can eat it at home. But then after thinking about it, I decided, I'll take her out. Okay. I know you'll be like, huh? What the fuck? Do you even have to think about this? Like, of course, take her out. I know that you'll say that, and I know that most of us, expect this to be like this is a no-brainer. But I want to give you the reasons why I chose, not that you care, but if in case you do. Okay. And the reason for sharing this is to give you the understanding as to the thought process, to give you an understanding as to why she deserves it, so that if in case you're not married, because some of you are younger or some of you are my age, you can relate to it. Now, I had the choice of either taking her out or sitting at home and doing it privately. Why I decided to take her out is simple. It'll be a memory. Women are these creatures who tend to reminiscence about the past, and especially with Facebook, you get this day last year or 5 years ago. So my wife has this habit of sharing past memories and videos of Facebook. But I guess the big reason why I want to take her out and not do work, to tell you honestly, my main thing is I like to sit and do work. I know you might say I'm a workaholic or whatever, but I just thought that maybe I might not live tomorrow. Maybe I might not live, maybe she might not live. Maybe we might not get the ability to celebrate for reasons whatsoever. Maybe we'll go through tough times, or maybe, I can be paralyzed, or, I always think of the worst case scenario. Or let's say I'm dead, I'm not there. She'll just have these memories. And if in case something does happen to her, I guess I would never forgive myself for that shit. What was I thinking? I thought that she would be there with me. I know you might say this is extreme form of thinking, like what the fuck? But I'm telling you how my mind works. But more than this, this is a remote possibility. More than this, my wife is a very simple lady, man. In a way, I'm glad she doesn't understand English so well, or she doesn't watch my YouTube videos, because if she did, she would check every video of mine and know how I truly feel about her, which then beats the purpose of having these videos. Like some of you ask me, hey, you're planning to surprise your wife and you put it on YouTube. What if your wife sees it? Doesn't your wife see your videos? My wife doesn't see my videos. I put too many videos and too long, and she doesn't even bother. In fact, after the surprise, we were discussing and I showed her this video. She's like, oh, you put the video. Oh, you asked people. So, in a way, it is like my diary, you know, that she doesn't know what I'm saying. But the main thing is my wife is this simple, she's a simple woman, man. She is, she doesn't demand anything. She doesn't ask me anything. She lives a tough life. Tough in the sense that it's not a life of suffering. But I don't know, how would I put it? It's more like she is doing her best for me and for the baby. She is really doing her best. And she has no one to talk to. She has no one to share it with other than her mom and dad. Sorry, dad is no more. Her mom and her family. If I get a temper, I can show. She gets a temper, she can't show. You know, I enjoy this sense of this position of power and authority and money. And I'm the boss, like, you know, of the house. She doesn't have that. So she's always at the, in the hierarchical sense, she's at the lower rung of the ladder. So she can't show me a temper or I'll give it to her. She can't back answer me, or, you know, she knows I go berserk. And there have been incidents where she did even raise an eyebrow and I'll verbally let her have it. I don't physically hit or anything. And given the fact that she has to manage me and she has to manage the baby, it's a thankless job, man. It's seriously a thankless job. There is no salary, there's no reward. I mean, she has to work through the internal motivation of wanting to take care and give. And yes, I'm aware of the fact that sometimes she operates from a sense of insecurity and fear that my husband will throw me out, where will I go, what will I do? I'm very aware of this. I'm aware of the fact that I can tell her, fuck off, you know, like break off the marriage. She has nowhere to go. She has nothing else to do. She has no other option. She cannot earn other than being a villager. And I'm given that today, right now, I have a position of power and money and the skill to sell myself. I can do whatever I want. So in a way, it's not fair. It's not right. But this is how life is, you know. So I'm aware of all these. And, you know, once, it's like every day I focus on me, my work and all that. So one day out of the whole year, 1 day or 2 days, I give it to her to be happy. It doesn't cost me much, you know. Yes, it does cost my time. Yes, I'm thinking about my work. Like even now, I made a video on this. But, you know, you feel, you know, you want to do something. What does she ask me for? She asks me for, we go out, we eat this. Her happiness comes from eating. She loves to eat because she was born into a simple, poor family where for them eating pork or eating shrimps was a great wonder. You know, they would eat like pork once a month. Like chicken, pork and all that is a luxury. That is why Chinese people even eat the feet, even eat the head, because they were born into poverty. They can't even imagine throwing the cartilage or the bone. They can't imagine that. That's why people who are born in tough times or in the forest, they even boil the bone, you know, like Afghani and Pakistan, they boil the bone and the bone broth. They don't waste any part of the body. In fact, these people even boil the skin, and if they could eat the feathers, I think they would even eat the feathers. I mean, they teach themselves not to waste anything. While other people might find it disgusting, this is how you survive, this is how you live. That's why my wife goes sometimes into this forest here, you know, and she'll pick up mushrooms and leaves, and I'm like, how the fuck do you even eat this? Because I'm not, you know, I was not born into all this. I was born into a slightly, you know, better off life. And, you know, see, I'll tell you, I could have, the money that was saved, I saved it to buy my MacBook Pro, okay? And yes, I need it as a backup machine for my work. But then, I thought my wife has asked me so many times for gold. She just wanted a $100 ring, just $100, you know. And then on December last year, this is just hardly less than a month ago, she said gold prices are very low. And if you buy gold, I'll be so happy. Like, she didn't think I would say yes. She said, you can buy it as my birthday gift. So I surprised her by buying it. Just bought it straight away because I was like, okay, I didn't buy anything this whole year, like big. So I bought that for her. And then obviously on her birthday, it was like, I thought, okay, fine. I already bought her on her birthday and told her I'm not going to buy anything. She was still like a small kid asking, can you buy the ring, Like, she has a small red gold box where she keeps her, gold ornaments. For her, that is a prized possession. I feel like sometimes like she, like a small child, has a toys, precious toys. So for her, those are the things. So she has like her rings kept, They're very cheap, very, very cheap. Like hardly $50 or $100, small. And out of formality, I'd purchased a 5,000 baht. That is hardly $100 ring for engagement or wedding, For the engagement and wedding. I bought one ring. So she wanted, something. So I never bought her gold. I bought her this. But then her birthday came. I was like, just let her be happy for once in her life. And now obviously I bought everything, so I don't need to celebrate. But then this morning I woke up and I was thinking like, yeah, she's putting on a little weight, but when you eat a buffet, you love to eat. No? So for me, I can't eat especially after my surgery. So whenever we go for a buffet, she's the one who eats. I'm hardly eating anything. So we tend to pay for two people, and the baby doesn't eat, I don't eat. It's only my wife. I know you might say, hey, so stingy. No, you need to be aware of what you're doing with your money, right? Yeah, I know. Look, I don't care. You can brand me as being stingy, this, that, whatever. But I'm telling you how I think. But then it comes down to this one day in her life, she'll feel special for once. Just let her feel happy, It's like you're dealing with a child, and obviously we have a 16-year difference. So I guess I have done whatever shit I wanted to do in my life. Might as well give her, no? So yeah, I decided after this video, when I finish, I'll take her out and give her. So it's only because you don't get these moments again, and she's dedicated her whole life to me, She trusted me. Her parents trusted me. So I'm like the man of the house, and she gives me that respect. She gives me that space. She gives me the privilege. She sacrificed so many things. She wakes up in the night if I wake her up. If I tell her do this, she does that. If I tell her make this, even if she's grumpy, grouchy, she listens, So this is my way of saying thank you. Doesn't mean that I'm going to be any softer after the birthday. Obviously, things go back to normal as she has to do her work. If I tell her anything, she has to listen. So yeah, out of being a selfish bastard, I guess 1 day or 2 days, it's okay. Anyway, the only reason I shared this is just to share with you how I think. I personally don't give a fuck whether you guys or girls say male chauvinistic pagan. It doesn't feed me, man. Even if you praise me, it doesn't feed me. But, I just want to share with you how I think. And if in case you're in a position of power, it's good to think and be aware how the other person feels and take care of them. I guess that this is the least I can do, which is a shame. But, I love my work. I love me. I'm selfish. And this, I'm that. justifying myself, but I'm telling you. Anyway, then I'll compensate by working hard and getting back all the money I spent. I'll work very hard and I'll earn back all this money that I spent, so I'm did it. That's how my life goes. Anyway, guys, just thought I'd share this with you, and feel free, comment, open freely, okay? And I appreciate all those people who are kind enough to send those wishes, shared it with my wife, and she's happy. So my job is done. All right, you guys take care. Put your comments below. Ciao.